Greetings, everyone. This is Aziza Sacred Wellspring. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday. I wanted to come on yesterday to bring the elder on, but I could not get through to him at all. Hi, Queen. I could not get through to him. He lives overseas, so I was trying my best to get him on to share this knowledge with you. So I'm definitely going to try to get him on tomorrow. Um, but I have a sister who is going to come on, and I'm going to call her one of the oracles. Okay? She has agreed to come on, so let's see if she will join us. Hello, Queens. Hi, Tiffany. Sending love. So let's hope the Queen comes on. And our topic tonight, I know this is not our regular Wednesday What's Up, but we have to go with the divine, right? Whatever she wants, she gets. She is the creator of all. Not just goddess, she is the creator of all. So I move when she bids me to move. So the topic tonight is the divine goddess and her bridesmaids. So let's see if I can get the Queen if she's going to come on. Let me see if I can reach her on the phone. Okay, one second. Let me get her. All right, hold on. I'm calling. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get her. Let me tell you about a little adventure I had today. I don't know how you guys feel about snakes, but on the playground today, a snake decided to show up. Listen, children are truly fearless. Let me send that link. Okay. My little kiddos tried to pick the snake up, and I was besides my mind. I'm from the Caribbean. We don't do snakes or centipedes. So that says a lot. Welcome, Queen.
How are you?
Everybody, welcome Shandell to our community. She is a sister on fire. I had this opportunity to meet her through Love Light Fairy, and I am telling you, this is divine connection. This sister right here is powerful. You gotta hear her words. Listen with your heart, sister. Let's do this.
All right. Well, where you want to start? What we doing?
You start where your spirit leads you. We are family here, so you just take it away. I'll come in when I need to.
Okay. Well, I had a chat yesterday with. Well, let's back up. I had a chat with Miss Aziza a couple of weeks ago. I was interested in knowing a little bit about my Akashic records. And when we had the chat, instead of talking about the Akashic records, we went on a whole nother tangent. Some other stuff came up that was more prevalent that needed to be addressed. So she sent me on, after the end of the conversation, she gave me an assignment. And part of that assignment was to take a glass of water and speak all of my negative thoughts into that water. Well, it's for 10 days. So over the course of 10 days of doing that, I started receiving downloads like crazy. It just opened up a different portal of downloads, and downloads of which that I felt after, like I would get downloads all the time, but these downloads I really felt inspired to like share. I felt like this was a message that really needed to get out into the world. And so we caught up again and chatted a little bit more on yesterday evening. And I don't know how the subject came up about the divine goddess and her bridesmaids, but it was a conversation where she said that she thought of it as the divine goddess and her daughters.
Yes.
And what I resonate more with is the divine goddess and her bridesmaids.
Yes, that is awesome, man. I was like, we gotta talk on that today because it resonated with me too.
Right.
Go ahead, Queen.
It is a Christ consciousness is the evolution. That's what it's about. We're moving into Christ consciousness, and Christ consciousness is a merging or a marriage of
Mm.
all facets of divinity coming
Yes,
together
yes,
and merging as
yes.
one consciousness. So
Yeah.
there is a, when I spoke with Jimmy, who is Love Life Fairy, as you mentioned earlier, that's how we got
Mm-hmm.
kind of connected. I
Yeah.
spoke with her and I told her about the divine goddess, where when we speak of the divine feminine, we speak of the divine
Mm-hmm.
feminine as the divine feminines and then the
Mm-hmm.
divine feminine. Well, the divine
Mm.
feminines is plural. So that's more than
Mm-hmm.
one. That's the collective.
That's right.
But then
Right,
there's a
right.
divine feminine that's
Mm-hmm.
singular, that makes it singular. So
Yes.
so there's a supreme energy of the divine feminine who
Mm-hmm.
is ushered in by the divine by the bridesmaids. You understand what I'm
Ooh.
saying? So we're ushering in this marriage of consciousness, which is Christ consciousness and unity consciousness,
And unity
um,
consciousness. Yeah,
from
which
a
is the
higher,
merger of the the merger of the two.
which is a
Yeah.
merge of the light and the dark.
And the
You
dark. Ooh.
So we have to come into a higher knowing of, we are,
Mm-hmm.
this is a time for not just the evolution of the world as a, as the planet, as a collective, but it
Mm-hmm.
is the divine evolution of the women,
Yes.
of the rise of the women. um our um our powers
Mm-hmm.
have been suppressed and bottled up for a
For
time in
so
the
long.
season. There has
Yeah.
there was a contract, or that I call it a contract. Just like the journey that we're on, there is a soul contract that
Yes.
has to be fulfilled.
Yes.
So the soul contract with the higher echelons of the divinity realm is um, the mother earth and father time,
Mm.
where mother earth, where the mother of the
Oh
earth.
no, Saturn and Newt, Saturn and the moon goddess.
Right,
Saturn and melanin, Saturn and all of that.
right. Where the
Mm-hmm.
the father time always messes things up. He sold us out to foolishness. And so now the divine mother has to come in and swoop in and clean all of that up, because she is the nurturer, she is the lover, she is the one that needs to be touched. She needs to be filled.
Yes,
Where the man will suppress his emotions and check out. You understand what I'm
yes,
saying? And be present,
yes,
but
yes,
not present. And so
yes.
now what we're doing is we're moving into a consciousness of
Mm-hmm.
divine, pure, innocent
And the
love.
ooh,
And
girl, that just hit me right there.
only the power of a woman who is the art of creation can carry that
Yes,
energy.
yes,
So
yes.
what we as women have to do is not
Mm-hmm.
allow the energy of suppression to reside
Uh-huh.
within us anymore, or around us.
Exactly.
We have
Exactly.
to continue to elevate the consciousness of, not just in a concerning matter
Mm-hmm.
of what the needs of the people are around us, because
Mm-hmm.
there is a unity of divine goddesses, the bridesmaids, that are well
Mm-hmm.
equipped to do the work. You understand what I'm
Yes,
saying? And
yes, yes,
individually and
yes.
collectively, we have on a large
Yeah.
scale been doing that work. But now
Yeah.
there is, just like with us and others that you have
Mm-hmm.
said, I needed to be introduced to. We are all finding
Mm-hmm.
each other now.
Exactly.
Be-
Exactly. Because as the oracles, I hope you don't mind me giving you your designation. As the oracles, um, most of the oracles that are here, there's only a handful of them. Most of them that reincarnated here are here to elevate Earth.
mhm.
You being one of those oracles, because of the essence that exists within you, is pure innocence
And just the
and pure
presence
love.
alone, there's not a lot
Just
that
the,
is required or to be done.
exactly,
It's just the presence.
exactly,
Yes,
just the
just your
present.
presence on the planet.
And the need for people to levitate towards you. It's we came to help Tara, who is our sister. She's
Hmm.
our fifth element, right?
Hmm.
She chose to be here because Earth, what we call Earth or this universe,
Hmm.
was just here after it was created and cooling.
Hmm.
She chose to be that energy to help it grow.
Right.
And we chose to come here as the bridesmaids to help her grow. But when Earth fell into third
Mm-hmm.
density, we, the entities, the light beings that were here, got trapped within.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
they couldn't perform the work that they needed
No.
to help her grow. So the divine feminine was locked up
Well, that's the agreement.
spiritually.
That's the contract. That
That's
is
the
the
agreement.
agreement that
Yes,
while Satan had dominion over the earth, it was an agreement to give Satan dominion over the earth for a certain amount of for a time.
exactly.
And
For a
so
time.
during their reign, we were
Mm-hmm.
out. That energy, the divine goddess energy, was bottled up.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes,
the other
yes.
day too, someone sent me a post,
Mm-hmm.
and what resonated different now was the scripture that says, "I go so that you might have life and life more abundantly."
Like more abundantly. Yep.
So
Yep.
in so what the spirit of truth was speaking was that I'm gonna go. I have to go now. So I'm gonna be bottled up
Yep.
for a time and
Yep.
a season. I'm gonna be bottled up for a while, but I'm gonna leave you. I'm not gonna leave you estranged. I'm gonna leave you
Exactly.
a comforter, the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
We didn't
Yes.
have much education. No black people really that are in this
Mm-mm.
spiritual practice have a whole echelon of education. Or we have
No.
some facet of it, but it was
Yes.
never as important to us because there was no need for it. You come well equipped.
Exactly.
People need
Exactly.
credentials. You understand what
Yes.
I'm saying? When you're
Yes.
merging with the right community of folks, you
Mm-hmm.
don't need
You
credentials.
don't need that.
Because
But that's a foreign thing to us. We were the nature workers,
mm-hmm.
not worshipers, because people get the two mixed up. We didn't
Right.
worship nature. We work with nature and
Nature
elevated
to
nature
create, to
and to
create.
create.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and that's what people keep missing. But as we awaken to, because she's been loosed,
Mm-hmm.
she's
She's
been
been
not
loosed.
loosened. She is free now.
Yes.
She is like, I'm
That's why
coming.
they say. The
Mm-hmm.
veil is really thin. The
It's
veil is
very
thin.
thin, very thin.
You got to think in a higher
Hmm.
perspective. See, we have an
Yes,
inner knowing, but
yes,
we're being forged to go beyond that inner knowing and to
yes.
think from a higher perspective.
From my heart.
And when you think
Exactly.
from a higher perspective, that means that okay, we've done the little work. So the
Yes,
big work
yes,
that we keep, so the little work
yes.
we keep trying to intertwine with the big work.
Mm,
The big work
mm,
is just to
mm,
rest in
mm,
not
mm.
the knowing, but the higher perspective
My
of
perspective.
I got to
Yeah,
look at this from a higher perspective. I got to
yeah,
elevate this. That was okay. That
yeah,
was the meaning for that then.
yeah.
What is it
Yes.
speaking to me now that I've elevated and I've evolved? What is it speaking to me now? You can't stay on the
Mm-hmm.
same levels. You got to move up
You
a
gotta move
statue. The
up. You
words
gotta
might
move
stay the
up.
same. The words might stay the same, but even if it's the same experience,
Uh-huh.
it now carries a
It's
different vibration.
exactly, exactly,
So
exactly. And we talked about the merging of the father and the mother, where she
right.
has now become one. She has consumed him, not to destroy him,
No.
but to consume him so
But
that
she said
we
you
can
had
get.
it's like she said you had your chance. You messed it up.
Yes, you
And let
had
me
the
show you
chance.
how to do this.
Now let me
Let
show
me
you
show you
how
how
to
to
do
do
it.
this. Yes.
Me call my daughters. Now
Yeah.
my daughter here, my daughter there. Let's connect the daughters
Right.
and the bridesmaids.
The
I said the
bridesmaids.
daughters, the bridesmaids.
The
Let's
bridesmaids,
get the
because whether
bridesmaids.
it's daughters or bridesmaids, whatever you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you resonate with more is
With
fine. You
okay,
understand what I'm saying?
daughters. I'm gonna go with
You're gonna
daughters.
that's fine, and so that's fine. So you resonate. I don't want you to have to switch up something that
Yeah,
works in the middle of the
yeah,
session. Just go with
yeah.
the flow of it. So
Let me
that's
go
what
with my daughters.
that's
Let me
right.
get my daughters in play
Mm-hmm.
because this work I can do. I don't need this, but I also, this is my creation. These are my children. So I'm going
Well,
to show you how she allow it.
she allowing the daughters to usher her in because now
Yes,
it is everybody's time to shine.
it's everybody's time.
Her light's never gonna be dimmed. So she
N-
now is gonna allow them to usher her in so that
That's right.
this is
That's
what
right.
you understand what I'm saying. So now she gets to get back to the place of which she goes and lives in her true glory,
In her
where
true,
she
oh,
flourishes from a higher
Lord.
perspective.
Woo! Why tell you, y'all? Look, you making me get on like you did yesterday. Look how you got me. Horse and all. Why tell y'all? Listen. Woo, girl, the
Yeah.
spirit is here. The
It
heat is
is.
coming through.
It's everywhere.
The heat.
It's so ever present right now. They have loosed her
Whew,
and she is on the move like
she
you
is
would
on
not
the
believe.
move.
She is on the
She is
move.
on the move. Listen, I just got off doing a reading with a young lady who felt trapped in her spirit. And I told her, see behind is the darkness. I said, see in front of you the light. But the
Yes.
light came out of the darkness.
Hmm.
So while you're seeing all this beauty in front of you, don't discount what you just came out of.
Well, because
Because that dark.
just like I said a few minutes ago, let's elevate to the
Uh,
higher consciousness of perspective. So now
exactly.
what you got to say when they say to you, my worst days are behind me. Your
Mm,
worst days are actually, so when we were doing all this preparing, because
mm-hmm.
we wanted to still be in here. You understand? We wasn't in here.
Yes.
We wasn't fully trusting. We
We
wasn't
wasn't
in
in
here.
here,
We
but
were
we
still
were
in here. We were still in here. So to think of that from a higher perspective means our
perspective.
worst days
Yep.
are already behind us.
Already.
Why would we need food? Why we
Yes.
got to store up? We
Yes.
ain't got to do none of that.
None of
We
that.
just got to,
None
from
of
a
that.
higher perspective, keep moving.
Yes. Yes. And you
Everything
know,
else is
it's
going to be done for you.
everything is, and I just said the same thing to her. I said to her, no, you got to live in your heart, not your beating heart, but your heart,
Your
because that's
heart.
where the goddess
That's where the
enters.
goddess enters. Yeah. You got to
And I
open the
said, this
portal
is,
up. That's just like when
that's
people
right.
are
Woo!
received. That's like when people are received into the heavens. You can't go in if
You,
somebody ain't standing there to greet you.
oh, and she was like, I'm so ready. I said, no, no, say you're ready. And when your challenge comes, you then buck, because mama don't move like that.
No.
Mama ain't gonna move like
But she
that.
already knows. So she didn't see. That's just like I was on a
Yeah.
call one day with one of my friends, and they put this guy on that wanted to go back. And I said,
Mm,
you know what? Quick, instantaneously. I said, you know what? I'm checking out of this conversation because I'm not fit to sit
yep.
on this phone call and
Yep.
try to
I ain't got
convince you
time.
that I'm right and you wrong. No, we're not doing
Uh-huh.
that. You now
Uh-huh.
either can get on board and agree,
Mm,
we can touch and agree, or I will
yep.
move on. So
That's
I
right.
excused myself from the conversation. It was not even up for
Yep.
debate.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
not fixing
I
to
don't
do
have
that.
time. If the universe, and I said to her, the divine sent you to me, not because, and I always try to explain to people, it's not arrogance, it's knowing. I said,
It's
she sent
knowing.
you to me because I am
You can
her
call it
best
what you will,
for
though. I don't
you.
care if you think it's arrogant. I don't care anymore.
I said, because I am the best for you to help you to the next level.
Hmm.
Now it's up to you to do your work, because I keep doing mine. I have done my work, as
I
Yana
mean,
Van
it's a
Zandt always say, I've
continuation
done
of
my
work.
work.
It's a
You know,
continuation of work, and
there's a
each person,
continuation.
and like I said, from each
Yeah.
encounter or experience that you have in life, you should be learning
Mhm.
something. If it's not teaching
Yes.
you something, then you're in trouble.
Uh-huh. You're
Because
in trouble.
yes,
Yep. Yep.
from
Yep.
every
If you
experience,
think
it
that
should be
you've
teaching you
arrived
something.
and you got it all, something wrong. You know why? I'm gonna get far away from you.
Right.
Because as much as I know,
Hmm.
as Farrakhan always says, as much as I know, what I know can fit on a pinhead, and there's still room for more.
That's right.
So I'm ever learning, ever
But
reading, ever
we
studying.
on the last lap. I'm not catching people up.
Oh, we
I'm
on
not
the
catching
last
people up.
lap.
We on the last
Oh,
lap. I'm not catching people up. I'm
You when you
sorry.
come in, you better come in ready to
You better
work.
come in halfway ready.
To
I can
ready
help
to
you a
work.
little
And if
bit. I can help you
yeah,
a little bit.
a little bit.
If I got to start from ground zero to catch you
I ain't
up,
got time. Uh,
it's too late for
I
that.
yeah.
That is a
We
choice
we
at this
having
point. That is
yeah
a choice at this
we
point.
yeah we right now with I was talking to Demi yesterday, and right now with the conjunction with the moon and Jupiter and Mars, and that's been going on. That's been they were trying to block that. You can block the visual, but
Hmm.
you can't block the visual.
No,
You see what I'm saying? You can't
you
block
can't
this.
stop the actual
You can't
work.
stop this.
You can't stop
She
the
will
work.
destroy
You
you.
can keep people from seeing it, but
Yeah,
you can't destroy the actual work
you
that's
can't
taking place
destroy.
regardless.
As we enter in, and I call it phases, but as we're in this third phase, and this third phase is where well, I don't even like to call myself a light worker, but her bridesmaids, her daughters, are getting ready to call it, as you said, hey, this is where I'm moving. This is what I'm moving towards. I am elevating here.
This is not catch up. If you on point, let's go.
Right.
And a lot more are going to come our way. A lot more of the people who are awakened or have awakened to truth, but is
Right.
looking for whom, is looking for that understanding. That's where we come in to help point them in that way. You are in a quadrant where all those people are going to find you
Right.
because we're going to lead them and then connect.
Right.
And when we
Well,
connect,
it's connecting the dots now. What we
the
just going
dot,
around is going around connecting the dots. I
the
mean, every
dot.
day differently. Because I've always been one of
Uh-huh.
those type of people that say, well, when I go through my feed every day, or I get a notifications on my
Mm-hmm.
social media platforms, and I go through it and
Uh-huh.
it says this one started following you or that one started following you, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I always ask the question, what made you stop by here?
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? So I
Mm.
want to know why you showing up. What you want? You
Mm-hmm.
know what
They
I'm
don't
saying?
want
What you
nothing with
know?
air. They,
What you
they don't
know?
want nothing with air. Air will pull that shit out of you. Why
What
you
you want?
coming up in this place?
Why
Air
you up in
different than
here?
the.
Why you up in here?
Oh,
If you ain't coming here with
oh.
some type of knowledge and offering some type of gifts, ain't no room for you over
And
here.
people gonna understand this is
Man,
air we
listen,
talk.
I've been
When
doing this
people
a
talk
long.
about,
Listen. I've been doing this a long time, and this
yeah.
journey has been rough. You hear
Oh,
me? It's been rough. So I done it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Even when I didn't
oh,
know I was doing it, I was
I was
doing it.
doing it.
So
Yep, yep.
I'm not
I ain't got
apologizing
time.
for the
Yeah,
effort, for the work that I
yeah,
done put in, because I'm ready.
exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
ready.
yeah, yeah. When Saturn came in, when that Saturn energy, when the father energy came in, because the father is the disciplinarian, when he came in with his Saturn energy, and the outside children and Keith's children thought, hey, we're gonna use Saturn like we're accustomed. Mama said no. Jupiter, you go in and you put the block on that. I got a plan here. My plan it's already done. It's already completed. But
Hmm.
I just need my daughters, my bridesmaids to connect.
Right.
And that's
Right.
what's happening now at this
That's what's
stage
happening now.
because we are connecting. And once we, the bridesmaids, have
Oh,
awakened,
and
fully,
fully
fully
connected. Yes,
connected,
fully connected.
that's when
Merge. When
everything,
that energy has merged into oneness, the phoenix rising. You understand
woo,
what I'm saying? We got to rise into oneness. So when we
yes,
rise up, it's like rising up, even with just the bridesmaids. It's just rising up as a nation of oneness.
yes,
And so
yes.
there's no room for slips
Mm-hmm,
or mishaps. You know what I'm saying? At this
mm-hmm.
stage, we got to keep moving forward. We don't want it, because as long as we moving, we don't get stuck in a cycle. When
That's
things are
right.
not moving
That's right.
and they
That's
still, and we
right.
say, well, ooh, it seems like things, the show is quiet. I don't think something ain't,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't like that. I got to
Yeah.
keep being
Yeah.
something to turn it up, because I got to get to the other side of
Yes.
this
Yes.
evolution.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
We've been here in the
Yes.
places of which we've been too long, and it does not
Yeah.
make sense for it to have to repeat itself. And then when it does
Mm-hmm.
repeat itself, certain things you have to go, but have to come back around. So when
Yes.
those things
Yes.
come back around, though, they are coming back around like with a business, and they moving in hot and
Mm-hmm.
swift, and they keeping it moving. Either
Yes.
you get it or you don't. You
Oh, you
understand what I'm
don't.
saying? So now we
Yeah.
at a place,
Yeah.
okay, where you didn't get it, you stand over here in the corner, and I'm gonna figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with you in just a minute. You just stay there. I'm gonna think about you a little while longer. We ain't gonna just
That's
say yeah or
right.
nay right now, but we gonna figure out what we're gonna do, because you really didn't do the work. I had a big disagreement with my friend about, she asked me something about like why I went to during the holiday time and bought my daughter some
Mm-hmm.
Crocs. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember when Crocs first came out, they was cheap, $3,
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
$30 a shoe or whatever. Now they
Yeah.
60
Yeah.
bucks, 70 bucks, $100. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
And if you want to decorate them, it's another $100, dollars to do so. So
Oh my gosh.
I was upset about it. So my friend said, "Why do you always concern yourself with stuff that don't have nothing to do with you?" I said, it has something to do
Mm.
with me. It got a lot to do with me. It's got a lot to do with everybody on the planet. I said, because see, you one of those kind of people who, long as it don't matter or don't have nothing to do with me, then
Mm.
it's not important. I said, so
Yeah.
God gonna ask you when come time to stand before him, he gonna say, well, what did you do to elevate the consciousness on the planet or to help people?
Mm.
She gonna say, well, I took care of my kids and my grandkids. He gonna say, well, everybody should have done that. So you just go right ahead on over there and stand
Uh-huh.
until I figure out what
Yep.
I'm gonna do with you, because you didn't do enough. Because then you got
Demi's
some.
here asking you to talk about the ark.
Yeah, I asked her what she want me to talk about. I remember us
What
talking.
do you want her to talk about, Demi? You can see the chat now, Chandela.
Uh-huh. I sent her a
Oh,
message. I responded back and said
okay.
what she want me to talk about the art. The art, from my perspective, it's like you're gonna get to a place where we're gonna all meet up. There's a higher ground. And we
Okay.
all moving towards that
We're moving towards that. And I
higher
always tell
ground.
people when one of the mother took me up past the ships, I tell people the ships are there. They're
Mm-hmm.
just cloaked. They're there. They're not going anywhere.
Mm-mm.
And she took me past these ships and I was seeing, I couldn't even, obviously you can't count them, you
No.
know, and I
But
keep
only
hearing
the ships,
everybody.
there's only going to be a certain number of people that can get on these ships.
Exactly. Exactly. People keep throwing this number 144,000. I always tell people that is a frequency.
Mm-hmm.
It's a frequency. 448 plus 19. 9 is the completion. So I tell
Right.
people don't get caught up with that number. It's going to be more than that. But the first initial group of people are the ones who will be taken up and
Yes.
cleansed
And twins.
and
Mm-hmm.
sent back to help those
Those
who are
who
to
still
get right,
lagging behind. Yes.
still lagging behind. Some
Yes.
of us have chosen to come back to help, and some have chosen to carry on. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where that is going. People trying to make everything sound so. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so beautiful, and we are in it, people.
Right.
It's not
We are in
going
it.
to happen.
It's
We are
gonna
in
be
it.
there is gonna be a rapture. That's like where
Yeah,
everybody, the rapture is not where everything is gonna be all chaotic and this and other. It might
exactly.
for a little bit, but it's not gonna be one of those types of things where there's gonna be no civil war. The civil war is between governments.
That's right.
The
That's
civil
right.
war right
That's
now is
right.
between governments. That
Right.
has nothing to do with where we're moving.
Where we
Those people
are.
have to right.
Exactly.
Those people have to right they wrong and do right by the people before we can move too. So that's
Yes.
all a part of the evolution of consciousness. We have to merge all of these energies together,
And
and those of
yes,
which that refuse to get on board
on
are going to
board.
be the
That's
ones that
right.
don't make it on the ships, and that's going to be a lot more
Mhm.
so of the people of the higher echelons, the government,
Exactly.
these banks, the
Exactly.
cabal, all of those type
Exactly.
of people. They,
Yeah.
I say that if they don't have no black friends, I talk to Demi about that all the time, and they might ought to be scared. They better find them some. I probably shouldn't have said that, but I'm gonna say it. But that's not going to be able to save you just having us as friends.
That's right.
You're gonna
Woo!
actually have to be done changed from because God said
Yes.
that those that are called by my name, if they would turn
Him.
from their wicked
That's
ways. For
right.
all these people that still want to be biblical or say that spirituality and biblical or
Mm-hmm.
Bible is totally different, it is not. It is all
Totally
the same
different.
practice. It's oneness.
But exactly. As Elijah Muhammad once said, there'll be a remnant, a handful of people from other races, but getting back to the Christ consciousness, and I know you're going to expand on this because Demi is asking about
She
the
wants me to
art.
talk about the ark, Noah's ark.
Talk about the art because I mean I can go on, but I want people to get the benefit of you. That's the purpose for you being here.
Well, what she was
To
think want me
feel.
to talk about or speak about the ark is, when God told Noah to get one of every kind, he wanted
Uh-huh.
for the earth to replenish, you know what I'm saying, in all its facets, because
Mm-hmm.
everything that is on the earth has an intended purpose, whether we think it be
Yes.
good, bad, or whatever.
Whatever.
It is
Yep.
nothing on the planet that is actually a live and living viable thing that is bad. It is how
That's right.
people have used it that has made it bad. So
Perspective, right?
when God
Yep.
was tired and fed up, the
Mm-hmm.
spirit of the true divine God
Mm-hmm.
was fed up. She said, okay, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna send a flood and I'm gonna wipe everybody out. So I want you to get 2 of everything, so that you can
Mm-hmm.
reproduce and multiply. But the thing about the ark and where we are now, in this evolution of consciousness, everything happens in
Mm-hmm.
cycles. So even
Yeah.
back then, when there was the world destroyed and the ark, and they rebuild from scratch and this, that, and other, we're not going to lose the things that we think that we're going to have to lose to move into this conscious
Mm-hmm.
era or this new world order. We're going to go back to sophistication, elegance,
Mm.
kings
Yes.
and queens.
Yes.
The
Yes.
things that we think that we're going to have to rebirth are going to be rebirthed for us,
For
because
us.
we are promised things
Yeah.
beyond what our minds, little narrow minds, can
Yeah.
think or even
Yeah.
possibly imagine. You understand what I'm saying? So for things to
Yeah.
stay on the level of which they are would still be beneath the promises of
Yeah.
God. So
Yes.
I don't want to
Yes.
keep referencing to where we have already been. I want to
Yes.
always continue to talk about where we are
Where we
moving
go. Yep.
towards,
Yep. Yep.
because
Yep.
that is
Yeah.
the higher perspective. You cannot
Perspective.
keep
Yeah.
teetering, and that's what, like I said, I get downloads just about every other day, and that's just what dropped in my spirit earlier, like a big
Mm.
ton of bricks. Is that you
Yeah.
keep wanting to go back, and because that is being still operating from here.
It's You're
If
still
you
in that we'll call it that paradigm shift. You're still shifting,
You're still
you
shifting
know?
that energy
Yeah.
out. So that's when you're
Yeah.
shifting things out. You're gonna teeter with it. You got to make sure, you know what I'm saying. You're gonna mill it around. You're gonna, go backwards and forth with in between thoughts.
Uh-huh.
Because I mean, this time that we living in, if you're able to witness this is really surreal, man. This is,
Woo!
oh my
This
God,
is
and
a
I get,
beautiful time.
man,
This
but
is a beautiful time.
I be getting angry. I think my greatest, it's because it seems like, there's so much loss in death, and I
Uh-huh.
don't, and my heart doesn't, it grieves for the loss in death, and then for the hatred that is on the planet,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I can't honestly fathom where it started.
It, you know, but if you go back to what is some, not even the Sumerians, where they talk about Enki and Enlil. Um, when the elder spoke to me and he kind of filled in those blanks for me because I was wondering about Enki and Enlil. And when he explained to me last week, he said Enki was from the Draconians and
Mm-hmm.
Enlil was from the black woman.
Mm-hmm.
So Enki wasn't entitled to the birthright.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Enlil became the god of the sky, and I think Enki became the god of the earth. That's why you had the Draconians doing what they did here, because they're descended from Enki, or Enki descended from them. So
And they
they
didn't
feel that they're
belong.
entitled.
That's right.
So
Mm-hmm.
that hate between the Draconians and the black people who are from Syria, that's where all of that all that came from. Then you got the Pleiadians who plays into all of this too.
Mm-hmm.
The
To keep it
Pleiadians
stirred,
being the Caucasian.
to stir
Yeah?
the, yeah.
The third, right, because the Draconians were eating the Pleiadians.
Mm-hmm.
So the Pleiadians were dying out. They were a
Right.
dying race. So they appeal to the cosmos because as we have elders, they're elders upon elders upon
But
elders, and they
elders,
appeal to
yes.
them. Hey, let us make a man that can help us
Mm-hmm.
because we're dying out here. A man but the only thing they could not do with this man was give him a soul.
Mm-hmm.
So they created these Caucasian bodies, because coming from Maldak, the Maldakians killed themselves off. They like this blowing up, as you see. I mean, really, they blow up everything, so they blew themselves up. They blew up Maldak, or should I say, when Nibiru, who is
Mm-hmm.
a service planet, came into the atmosphere, Nibiru pulled from them, not
Right.
intentionally, but Nibiru is 3 to 5 times the size of Earth.
Right.
So when it came in, it pulled Maldak. And Maldak, because of that pull, that electromagnetic pull, that is what caused it to explode. As we know, energy is not destroyed, it is only transferred. So these entities were floating.
Mm-hmm.
So when the Pleiadians created, or not created, let me correct that word, made this
Mm-hmm.
the Caucasian bodies, they inserted these spirits that were floating in the ether, in the astral plane. So
Mm-hmm.
some of these spirits were also us coming out of Atlantis, some of us who were disagreeable.
Right.
So you got different factions of Caucasian, and we thinking they're all one thing. Some of them are some of us
Yes.
who cannot come back in these bodies because this is high vibrational. This is pure melanin. This is from the mother. This is
But that's,
carbon 7 and 9.
some of them that color or that from that era that are not are of us. They said they cannot reside in this melanin temple.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they're so angry because I keep trying to explain to people, don't get caught up in the skin of the other. Some of them were spirits, were entities that were once this. But there's so much wickedness in Atlantis. So much
so
wickedness.
Thrown out that
Exactly.
yes.
So they want to come back because they know what this can do for them as they elevate. Because where we are going, we're not going to lose these bodies. We're taking these bodies with us.
We
don't have to die.
We're just gonna expand them.
Expand them. Exactly. So they know this. So they've been trying. That's where the hate comes in. So you got different factions of the Caucasian who dislike us, and we thinking it is one. No, the Nordics are different from the Caucasian here.
Right.
The Nordics are different from the Caucasian in the UK. The Swedes are different.
Right.
A different faction of the Caucasian. Those are the ones that are Enki's children. Right. The ones that are here, a little bit of them are some of us that are trying to get back, not even get back. They're trying to.
But that's where you come the merging of the husband. You get the mixed race of kids. That's the
yes.
But that's your kids you saving. What they fail to realize is though you creating a world for your kids and that man, not for yourself.
I hope people getting this, because listen, y'all ain't gonna get this nowhere. Y'all ain't gonna get this information in a book.
Right? No.
This is pure spirit talking right now.
This don't come from.
This is the margin here.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all ain't gonna get this nowhere else. Yeah. So I hope y'all taking this in and follow this sister. So follow this sister, man. I can't wait to meet her. I can't wait to physically. Because I know when we meet up, we gonna embrace, we gonna fall on that floor.
Yes.
Man,
it's so much. I was at a church service one time, and there was this lady that was behind me, just shouting and all in the spirit, whatever not. It was annoying me at first. I ain't gonna even lie, it was annoying me. Then only until I gave myself the freedom to stop being annoyed by it and just did I honestly hear what she was saying? And so this time where we had to go to each other and give somebody a hug. Oh, and gave me this hug, and as we hugged, we exchanged words in the spirit. And it was just like, oh my God, where you been? I love you so much. It was one of the places where you know that there's another part, there's another something somewhere missing. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, I come from anything rightfully so that you can afford me in this realm is beneath where we come from. And that sounds like to a lot of people, it's going to be, they're not going to want to take it. They're not going to even want to accept it. They don't want to accept it. That's the real problem. But because they didn't know how to accept it, we shrunk. And it's a move to, you know what I'm saying? Moving places, things that they didn't fit or belong. God said, okay, I destroyed the world to get rid of it twice. Y'all brought it back each time, ignorant people. Each time you brought it back. This time I'm not gonna do the work for you. That's why it's like so hard. You gotta do it yourself. Ain't nobody coming us. We say teach. That's why they leaving, but they leaving and they ain't been going but like 10 seconds and they right back. They This is a time where all hands on deck. Everybody dead.
Everybody.
The dead has already rose in Christ. They waiting on the trumpet to blow. It blew long time ago.
Listen.
You're missing the whole point of higher perspective if you're not listening. If you're not paying attention, not listening, you're missing the whole point. They say words are curses. They've been using them against us. Now it's time to hold them and listen.
Yes.
Everything
Yes.
is carrying a high vibrational message. It's either low vibrational or high vibrational. If you ain't,
Yes.
it ain't my fault. I'm talking about this is
Uh-huh.
this is at my most vulnerable place right now in this now moment.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And to
Yeah.
open myself
Yeah.
up like a butterfly and just fly right through this.
I keep telling people that I am the type of person I'd rather stay in the background,
In
do
the
my
back room
stuff,
doing my
and
thing
live my. I keep
and live my
moving.
life. I don't need
Coming
all
on
that
Instagram
limelight
is
and
hard
cameras
for
in my
me.
face. It's hard for me.
Yeah.
I don't got
Coming
time
on
for that.
Instagram is hard for me, but when the divine goddess says this is what needs to
This
happen,
is what has to
I obey.
yeah,
I would rather not do this.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes by whatever means.
Yes.
So now I'm stepping
Yes.
out all over, but from a higher perspective. I'm
From a
stepping.
higher perspective.
Yes,
People hear the word higher perspective. She keeps saying the word higher perspective. Take that word and write that word
and
on your heart.
amplify. Rub
Put
it
it on a
around your heart.
t-shirt.
Wear it on a t-shirt. A higher everything.
Higher
Don't look at it.
perspective.
Stop looking at it like when it happened to you 2 months ago. That was
Mm-hmm.
ago.
Mm-hmm.
Things have shifted from 2 months ago. We now
Yes.
have a higher perspective. Each day,
Higher perspective.
long as it keeps coming, it keeps repeating itself, it's teaching you something different each time.
Yes. Yes. And you know when Earth shifted just before this moon energy came in, I think it was the 28th, we went through another shift. Another shift of energy. So I tell people when you come doing, but not even, it's not even about doing your work anymore. If somebody do something, let that go.
Let go. Don't
Let
even
that go.
don't even
You're
entertain
responsible for
it.
you. Let that go.
Let that
That's
go.
their problem, not your problem. You keep moving because when you say you are rooted in her, she got that covered. She gonna expose everything.
Especially if you're not gonna call them out on it. When I'm doing though, not saying, not being in a room where I am suppressing what it is, or like not speaking my truth, not honoring my. If I'm in a room,
Yes.
in that room, and I'm not in agreement with what's being said or what's. I'm gonna shed light on that. I'm gonna speak on it, and then whether you like it or you're finished. Because what I'm finding more and more is that when you call people out on their mess, the first reaction, which has always been, but it's from a higher perspective of defense now.
Now, listen, let me just testify. A couple weeks ago, my supervisor keeps coming in the room, and her daughter's in my room. So the daughter runs out the room, So I put everything in an email to her. Because in the past, I'll be going to give you the tongue lashing. But higher perspective, I'll put it in writing.
I just want to be heard. It's not up for discussion. I just want to be heard.
Oh, listen, she called me in the room and they expected me to do the past. She asked me about other people. I said, no, I'm not concerned about anyone else. I put my concerns in writing. She addressed them. She wanted to go. I said, no, we're going to stick to my concerns. I said, I am not concerned with that. And I was calm. That's growth for me because, listen, so I listed it. I said, that's all. I said, you replied to I addressed it. You replied to my email. It was done.
Yeah.
She was looking around, crickets. I just sat there. They didn't have nothing more to say because I told her in writing, you replied. That was it.
Yes, because
they expect you to be the same.
I don't understand why. It's like, why people say, oh, that's being a coward when you don't say it out of your mouth. I say, no, you know why? Because first you're a coward. And when you're a person that's too nice all the time, you'll know not your no. You have to the way to the responsibility that they have to themselves. Because if you don't, then you are just an enabler. You understand? So no is not no. No means, oh, she said no today, but I asked her next week and she'll change her mind. Or she and then she's easily swayed by money. That's all. It's all of those things. But what is now is when I just want to be heard, And it's not
Yes.
a debate or discussion. Oh, it's in a text or email. Because
Uh-huh.
I'm not even responding. I'm not coming back to look to see what you said or none of that.
Exactly.
I said
Exactly.
what I had to say, and I'm finished.
I'm done with it. Higher perspective. Y'all, that's the word for tonight. We started talking about the goddess and her daughters. We ending with higher perspective. Listen, I want to see this queen. I know she's like me because it's not about getting views. It's not about getting likes. It's about helping people get to the next level and
That people
standing in your
are
truth.
the people.
Stand in your truth.
Yes.
I said what I said. I agree. Stand in your truth. Higher perspective. Know who you are. And you got a whole community of people here. This sister, reach out to her. Powerful. And we going to all meet up. We going to meet up soon. The
Right.
time is coming. And what's done in a day, what is a day for us is 1,000 years already done.
Mm-hmm.
Today's a day for us. It's already done. We are moving towards fifth dimension energy. Some of us gonna get there quicker than others, but that's all right. Because she sent in her tools, her warriors. You've got air before you. I'm just a gatekeeper, but you got air before you. She's got the sister's fire, and she's got water coming behind her. And when air speaks, she will take that air out of you and you can't breathe. You can survive for 7 days without water. You can prepare for fire. But when air comes,
it's the end of it.
It's trouble. And this is air right here talking to y'all. She's giving y'all life right now. Air. We can't live without that.
No, as best as I can, to the best of my ability, from the perspective, from the level of evolution where I am right, plateau where I am, because like I said, I'm opening up. I'm not going to say that I didn't know. I've always known. I suppressed my knowing because I'm one of those type of people to whom much is given us. Let's say this too, that let's get this clear about that. To whom much is given us, as much is required.
Yeah, that's right.
Most people get that screwed with stuff and material things. It is
that's right.
Much is required.
Much is required. That's right. Sister, put your information in there. Let the family reach out to you. If that's what you want, she's there. I'm telling you, Aquarius. This is her time. This is her time.
Do you know how to pin? I got to get my
daughter. Put your information in there. Let the people reach out to you.
You know how to pin something?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
What about me?
Come help me pin this rule. I don't know how to pin. I have to get my teenager to come and help me pin my thing on here.
Pin what?
My username for Instagram.
Did you already type in your username?
No.
Then type in your username.
Okay.
You see, they know.
Yes, you can, I think.
No, if it's not your live, this live it is, can pin it.
Can I pin this?
Demi posted it, but I want you to pin it so people, yeah.
Demi posted it, but I don't know how to pin it.
I want people to see it.
She has to pin it.
Demi, you pin it. No, she don't, because Demi pinned this right here. Demi, you pin it for me because I can't figure it out.
Me either. Demi know all this stuff. Me and you, we just giving the information. Let Demi do the technical stuff.
Like, they didn't give me none of that kind of savvy stuff. I'm talking about like none of it. Like, I don't know how to put nothing together, like builder stuff. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, survival. I mean, you put me in the wilderness, I can figure that out now. You put me in New York City, butt naked, I'm gonna figure that out by the end of the day. I'm gonna figure that out. But talking about like being electronically inclined, I am.
I can? I don't even know how to do that.
I don't know how to do it. I can't pin it.
Let me see. Oh Lord, she putting me on the spot. I don't even know how to do that.
Let's see. It's got to be these little dots over here somewhere. Now we sound like we crazy and lost it. Who in the comments know how to pin? Help us out.
Oh Lord.
That's okay. They got
That's
it.
okay.
And
But
if you
we
save a
going
lot, if you
we gonna do this. We gonna figure out how you and I gonna do this at least. Because I was telling them we need to have our group of people who have information like this to share with people, and let's do it together because we're stronger together than apart. So maybe once a week or every 2 weeks, you and I can come in and build and help people grow from strength to strength. If you up to it, I know
yeah,
that's
most
opening you
definitely.
up. For me, I every time I come onto Instagram, I get nervous. I
Right.
get nervous inside because it's not me. I like I said, I'd rather be in the background, but this is a higher perspective, so that's how I'm moving forward. And I
Yes,
love that term, higher perspective.
and then that's just though, it's time though. I mean, and I feel really great about it. Like I didn't get the jitters initially like I usually do. Like
Mm-hmm.
palms go to sweat, all kinds of things. No, now because each time go,
I love
it's
it.
almost the end. Now we can okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
she
sure
letting
there's
you
somebody
know.
looking for you. Yeah, they let me know. So yeah, but no,
Okay.
we gotta set a time, and we need to do more of it because it's actually the
Yeah.
time is now for it. I feel really good about
Yeah.
it,
Okay.
and I've
You and
read
I will
something.
talk. You and I will talk about setting that up, and I'm sure the family look forward to it. So on
Okay,
that note, it's 7:33. We've been on here for about an hour, y'all. Hit her up, beautiful sister. I'm glad I get the opportunity to meet her. I'm glad the universe has brought us together, and I'm looking forward to greeting her in this time. I ain't
and
waiting
move it.
for it to come,
Yes,
higher
yes.
perspective, and that's what we're going to take with us, higher perspective. Anytime
Yeah,
you feel in that moment that you want to dip back, think higher perspective.
higher
That's it.
perspective. Higher
Higher
perspective. Don't go
perspective,
back to
and that's
where.
how we're moving
Don't go
forward.
back to where you even whatever lessons they might look the same. They are
That's
not.
right. Just
They
think
are
higher
not.
perspective.
Mhm.
Right? Thank you, Queen, for coming on.
All
We're
right.
going to do this
Thank you so
more.
much for him. Okay.
Thanks, everybody. We love you
We
for
love
two
you. Love and light.
sugars. Peace and blessings. Bye.